Hi, what is your name?
My name is Zoe Gray.
Hi, Zoe. Congrats on getting the Lilly Scholarship.
Thank
Our
you.
first question for you today is, what are you planning on doing with this scholarship?
So, actually, previously, before I was even getting the scholarship, I was already planning to go to IU. So, I fully committed to IU on Christmas Eve. My mom was like, you better accept that button, and we sent it in. So, I'm planning to dual major in public policy and international affairs at SPIA, or the O'Neill School of Public Affairs and stuff like that at IU.
And where were you and what was your reaction when you found out about the Lilly?
So actually it was a whole entire process. So I was an alternate, and one of the previous Lilly winners decided she would like to go elsewhere, probably outside of the state. And so it was a Friday, and I was in my mom's room for Panther Plus, and the guy, his name's Marcus Whitehead, who runs this scholarship committee and the whole entire process, texted me in the middle of the day and was like, "Hi Zoe, can we chat?" And I'm like, "Oh my god." It was a rough hour, and then he called me and my mom was there and we freaked out, started crying. I jumped up and down like a crazy lunatic. But then there was some issues with sending in paperwork, so I actually didn't fully get it until about not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. And that was when I was at home with both of my parents and my brother in our kitchen. So pretty chill surroundings, I guess.
And what would you say was the hardest part of the scholarship process?
I honestly think for me, it was the unknown. There was a lot of waiting time in between almost all the steps, but especially through the interview process all the way to the decision, and then to the going back of a decision to a whole different decision. So we had our interviews in October, the beginning of October, and they told us that we would find out early December, which by the way is like 2 months difference, which was rough. Because you almost kind of forget about it. You kind of put it behind you and you're like, I'm done with that, time to move on to the next thing. But then you have to kind of start that whole entire thought process back up again in December. And they told us early December, and they didn't tell us until the last day right before break, which is not early December, that is the middle of December. And then I think partially how long the process was of trying to get the second part all figured out and making sure I was signing all the things. So I think it was kind of how long the process was, and honestly the back and forth, and sometimes the unknown, which builds you up a little.
And lastly, now that everything has kind of settled in, how would you say you're feeling?
I feel good. I feel really good. This has been a big deal for me. Some people won't fully understand, but whenever you put you're all into it, your body, your emotions, your brain, basically all into one project, which I wouldn't say is necessarily always a good thing, but I cared a lot, and this was a big part of my life for a really long time, and it feels kind of good. My body's not in fight or flight anymore. I can breathe. I'm and it's time to think about college in a different way instead of I have to think about college. So it's nice to feel a little bit at peace and know that my work has really paid off, which is a good thing, and that means that the community is benefiting from what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.